Now let's say all employees have the same company. We can do this by adding a new property company inside the employee class and company string and initializing it in the constructor like this. This dot company like Google. So anytime we create an object from this class, all of them will have the same value for company. In other words, the company property doesn't belong to just one employee object. It belongs to the class itself. For example, employee 1, let's employee 2. TSC sample.ts node sample.js. Oh, this one should be 2. Okay. Here we have two objects from employee class and they have same company property. In these scenarios, when a property or method does not belong to the object but to the class itself, we should define them as static because it doesn't change for all objects. That's why it's called static. So instead of doing this, we can remove this and we can call it as static and we can initialize it here, Google. Now we don't see the property company because that property belongs to the class itself, not to the objects. We can access that property directly from the class, not through the objects like this. Employee 1, employee 2, here they are objects, so our class is employee. Employee, and see, we can see company property here. Yes, we got the company property, which is static for that class. Now let's create a counter for the total number of employees created. we need to define the counter in the class, and that counter will belong to the class itself, not to any object. So that will be static again. So static employee count will be number and 0. This counter should increase every time we create an object. So in the constructor, we add this. It's static, so we access it through the class name, not through the this. This is the for object, and class name is employee dot here employee count, and we need to increase it 1. Okay, let's print the number of objects we created from class employee. So here, see employee count is here. 2. We created 2 objects from this class, and the counter increased to number 2. Now let's check if an employee is eligible for retirement, for example, age 65 or older. We need to add a new method to our class, and since it doesn't use this or object, it should be static. So let's add our new method, which will be static. So this method has parameter employee, which each type is employee class, and it will return Boolean type. Return employee age greater equals 65. Let's check for the first employee one if it's eligible for retirement or not. Let's see, it's here. This is method employee one. False. Employee one is not eligible for retirement.